I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yes or no? Did you ever take banned substances to enhance your cycling performance?
Yes.
I had no prior knowledge of the planned assault on Nancy Kerrigan.
I am deeply sorry for my irresponsible and selfish behavior I engaged in.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. Giulio Gallerati, Mr. Ryan Lynch. Hello, Ryan. How are you?
I'm doing swell, Giulio.
Good to see you.
Getting ready to crack out. Giulio got some Red Bull for us today. Don't drink Red Bull ever. But, you know, we're here for a good time. Maybe not a long time.
I don't agree with that.
We'll see what the heart says.
I don't agree with any of this. And not in a way like Red Bull is a partner, but I would like them to be someday. Speaking of extreme things, so I'm working on my Alaska video right now, and I think I'm going to start a Patreon for my travel stuff. So if you guys like my shit and you want to see more of it, or you want more, I guess let me know what kind of stuff you'd be interested in. Let me know. There aren't a ton of them out there for this kind of stuff, for travel stuff at least. I mean, obviously comedy and podcasts are sort of like the mecca of Patreon stuff. But I was looking at the different travel channels, and most of the stuff on a lot of them was kind of lame. So I don't know. Curious to see what you guys would think. But if you want more of it, then that's a good way to get involved. But anyway, Alaska video is looking good. I'm excited working on it all. And here we are in April.
What does the Webby Award situation look like?
Oh yeah, I got nominated for a Webby Award, which is pretty cool. Thank you. To the travel category. So it's similar to the Anthem Awards, except it's more straightforward. So like the categories are more easier to find, more understandable, like whatever. And there's only 4 or 5 things in my category. Now with the Webby, we did like the voting stuff, and I appreciate all you guys for voting and for doing that. But then I also won the actual judging award in the Anthem Awards, which is sick. And it sort of made me realize that I've sort of played my bother everybody to vote for me card. It sort of serves the competition's objectives of trying to get every single person involved in their award ceremony that people didn't previously know about. So I don't want to be like a vessel for that again. And I apologize to anybody listening who went out of their way, took the time to vote, and then is like getting emails now from the Anthem Awards. Like, sorry, I didn't realize that was going to happen. So anyway, I feel annoyed for you about that, and I'm annoyed myself about that. So even though there is a voting component, like your friends voting component to the Webby Awards, I've chosen not to send it around, because if I win, who fucking gives a fuck?
Yeah.
I just got all my friends to vote, and there's actual judges. I'll just wait for the judges. And if I don't win, who fucking cares?
So with the Webbies, just like the Anthem, there's 2 different winners.
Yeah.
Popular vote and then amongst the judges.
Correct.
Gotcha.
So the popular vote is like for fucking Instagram porn. I won. Did you? You just fucking asked everybody you know to vote for you.
Yeah.
And now again, is this sounding bad? Does it sound like I'm...
No, I'll give you another example. I did a comedy contest back in July, and there were probably 15 comics competing in it, and I'd say 14 of the comics, including myself, had great sets. But the person who won was the person that brought the most people, and she sucked.
I remember this. Yeah.
She sucked.
It's annoying.
There was a guy that no questions asked deserved to win, and she won, and she was terrible, and it's because she brought the most people. So she got the porn mic for that one.
Fuck that.
You can compartmentalize that. You guys can understand that. It's a different feeling when you get it from a judge versus, you brought your crew.
So yeah, if it and now I'm wondering, to some degree, is everything like this? And I don't think so. I think for the real award shows and shit, maybe people's PR companies pay to make them win or something. But even that feels better than crowdsourcing your network and then having them get annoyed by this for-profit award ceremony.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just feels annoying. So anyway, I don't know if I'm being cynical about that. If I was I won a Webby Award, no one's going to be oh, did he win the one where people, which just makes me think it's not the Oscars don't have a people's vote. You know what I mean? And when there is a people's vote and stuff, typically it's only one of the people, and it's known that it's the people's vote guy. But it's at a scale where it's not like this. For the XXL freshman, the People's Award person. A lot of random people vote on that. It's not just Coda the friend sending it to all his boys from his fraternity or something. Which I don't know if he was in a fraternity, don't know if he's got an XXL freshman, and don't know if he was the People's Choice Award.
Coda the friend
Pulled
didn't.
that out.
He didn't get XXL.
He didn't?
No.
Okay.
Brooklyn and Bodega, Digga Dogga Dega.
I like that you're fully up to date on that, Lynch. Good for you. So anyway, that's the update with the Anthem, with the Webbies. So we'll see. I think I find out in a few weeks or something.
Congrats.
I appreciate it.
That's sick.
I'm trying not to care. But if I were to win, I would be excited.
Yeah.
And if I don't, I'll be like, who fucking cares? I don't need validation from an award ceremony. Right?
You don't. Whatever you got to do to help prepare.
Yeah. So, dude, I want to hear. Actually, okay, this is what I want to talk about first. Lynch sent me a wedding invite. Lynch's wedding is in a month. There was a period of time where I was like, am I going to get invited to Lynch's wedding? I was like, surely I'm going to get invited. Like Hillary and I had this conversation.
Yeah.
We're like, are we invited? I know this is like awkward, but
No.
like I'm invited. So like, whatever. And then we were kind of like, all right, like maybe they're like doing it really small and like totally cool. Like, if they're doing it, like it's just family and friends and, like Vic's Armenian. She probably knows like 1,000 people, like totally get, you know what I mean? Like we were having that conversation.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Yeah. And Hillary's invited too.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah, it's been wanting to. I've had the envelope and I've been wanting to give it to you for a long time, and it's just really small, like venue and seating. I'm sorry it took so long.
Bro, don't be sorry.
But-
I don't care. I'm not sorry because I think it's funny.
Yeah.
But I guess if I were to be sorry, I'd be sorry that you're currently thinking about what those conversations were like between.
I hope
wasn't like
those
that.
conversations were brief because it was
They were-
never a doubt. It was just a matter of when.
No. But anyway, no. I just figured that like you guys were putting the screws on the final details. So, congrats that you're this close, and it's crazy. It's a crazy thing, right?
Thank you. Yeah.
You've been pretty hands on too.
Yeah.
You've been like,
Are we cool?
yeah. What'd you say?
Are we cool?
Me and you?
Yeah.
Dude, yes, we're cool. Okay. We're cool, bro. We're cool. Are we?
We've had so many little tasks and activities as we're coming into the final month that you would think would take 20 minutes to check off the list that turn into a 2-hour escapade. Last night, I was printing out thank you labels for people that went to the Boston shower last weekend that we had, so Victoria's second shower. And the technology in printing labels has never evolved. And the software attached to it, Adobe Acrobat, Avery, the label companies have their own software, and it's absolute garbage. It's garbage.
Did you use Adobe Acrobat or did you use?
I had to use Avery, which is a paper company that specializes in printing label sheets.
But you can't import the Avery template into like Google Docs or something?
You can, but no matter what, you import Google Docs into the Avery template. Long story short,
It takes longer than you want it to.
it takes way longer. It took me 2
To set
hours.
it up,
It took me 2 hours. A lot of manual work. I had to, it was when you do an address, when you do a label with a name, address, and then the secondary part of the address, like Boston, Massachusetts zip code on the bottom of the 3 lines, I couldn't press enter and move it down in the text box.
Oh, that's so annoying.
So I had to manually make a new text box, and then there was no way to drag and center
Oh God.
the wording. So it was just really, really, it took a long time. And
You're
Vic,
like changing, like instead of calling someone Mr., you're just taking Mr. off of it to have more room.
manually. And so Victoria was, rightfully just like, hey, what's taking so long? And that's a fair question to ask. But I was so angry. And I started taking I took my anger out on the printer last night because I eventually got it done. And then we went to print the labels, and then the print wasn't working right. And I bought new ink, and it still wasn't coming out right. And I slapped the printer. I'd say from pinch to domestic abuse, I probably gave it like 1 to 10. I probably gave it like a 4. Victoria was concerned by that. She's like, Ryan.
You literally almost broke it.
I give it a 4.
Thank God printers are cheap at least.
I gave it like a slap over the head, hard slap over the head. But like, you know, in the 90s, no one would even bat an eye. And I told Victoria, I said, babe, I love you. Always say that before you're about to give some feedback or justify an action or a decision. I said, I love you. I'm not a violent person. The printer pisses me off sometimes. Please let me hit it. Just like, I'm never going to throw anything in the apartment of value. Let me hit the printer. If I yell at the printer, like I need it. I need to yell at the printer. If I need to yell at the printer, it's for me. And I'm sorry, but just please don't. Just let me do it. You got to let me get angry at this. Like, you just got to let me let it out because I can't handle it any other way.
Remember the Office Space scene where he just fucking destroys
Damn,
the
it feels good to be a gangster. A real, yeah.
Dude, that's very frustrating. I completely understand. I remember the first time I printed labels and it just like took me a while to set it up. And then I was like, oh, I could do this again. But like enough time will go on between when I did that and when I do it again that I will completely forget.
Yeah.
There'll be new technology. Dude, like wireless printing is really such a flawed thing. Like there is such room to improve that, assuming that it's possible, which it must be. But like when I go send something to my printer works and like there's no problems with it. And I've really worked to streamline it because we do use it a lot. And when I first send the first thing in like a series of printing that I'm about to do, the amount of sounds that are happening before anything happens, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
All day?
The printer's over there. What are you doing? They're like during that, not even all day, during that time, there's no printing happening. What could you possibly be doing? This is all you do is print.
Mm-hmm.
Why? How is it taking? And the printer's on.
So it should be on standby.
It's on standby.
It should be ready.
Dude, it drives me crazy. The one thing I will say that has changed my life, and we should get a sponsor from these people because I'd be willing to go to bat for this service. I have a thing in my printer, and forgive me if everybody else on earth uses this, but I have a thing on my printer that when I'm running low on ink, it automatically mails me more.
Really?
It's a subscription. It's cheap. It's like $4 a month or something, and I never have to worry about having ink because how quickly you run out of black ink is pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
Like 20 pages, you're fucked. Mm-hmm. Now suddenly you have the like translucent, like fading away shit happening. So anyway, yeah, haven't had a problem with that since.
Yeah. The printer has always disappointed me. Whenever you need it most, at least whenever I've needed it most, it's shit the bed. I have this bit that I do where I have a piece of paper, I print out, have a show, and I got an hour before the show, and you should be able to expect the printer to print when it has full ink all the way. It should work, and it's just shooting blanks. Got a vasectomy fucking printer shooting blanks, and now it's 15 minutes before the show, and I'm running into the UPS or FedEx store right before they close and getting attitude. And
it's so annoying.
Emailing.
You have to send the code and the fucking print at FedEx.com, enter the code, go on the thing, dude. And you're using like a Dell from 1996.
Like, we don't print PDFs anymore. Like,
really?
Just shit like that. Like
the access code, dude. It's the most annoying fucking thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It is the most annoying thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
One thing, if you want to make your life easier at FedEx, bring your shit on a flash drive, so you don't have to like log into your email like a fucking loser. Yeah. You just plug the thing right in. Dude, that was funny. Fucking vasectomy, fucking printer.
Vasectomy, fucking printer. I'm gonna fill the thumb drive with malware and just be a little terrorist.
You should
a little technology terrorist.
You should fill it with pictures of your penis and have one of the files be the PDF, and then give it to the lady. And be like, no, that one. This sounds like sexual harassment.
Click in the gallery section, yeah.
It's not a gender specific prank. You could do it to a guy too. It'd actually be funnier.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Black people don't like that.
Speaking of sexual harassment, Washington Square Park, shooting my man on the street content yesterday. It's getting bare. It's getting competitive.
What do you mean it's getting competitive?
No, there are like 8 other people doing the same thing as us. And so anybody walking by, when I give my elevator pitch, they're like, "Shut up!" Like we've either done one already, or we've said no to 3 other people already, and we're just walking in circles around each other. I befriended some of them
in front of the arch.
Around, no, not in the circle.
Okay.
The little fountain where people skateboard. and just constantly walking around competition, befriended some people, made some silent enemies with other people, just people that we were like, hey, video for a video. And they're like, we're okay. Thanks.
Oh, like they'll be in yours if you're in theirs.
Yeah. It was like, we're okay. Thanks. Oh, your microphone has a little box on it. Cool. Fucking losers. And,
Losers.
and so yesterday, I mean, there's characters at Washington Square Park. And as I'm walking in, I can't believe I saw this. There's a man running. His pants are down to his knees. So full leg exposed.
Spaniard.
He's wearing an oversized shirt.
Wait, his pants are down to his knees?
Down to his knees.
Half leg exposed.
Half leg exposed. And he's like running out of the park. I see his butt cheeks. I see his
pants
cheeks.
had fallen down.
His pants are, I don't think they've fallen down.
They're sliding.
They're down. Like he put them down. He could have easily pulled them back up.
So these shorts were not intended to be that length, meaning to pass the knee or whatever. He was just sagging them.
Yeah, his pants here, the belt buckle was by his knees, and he's running. He's doing a little jog, and he's holding his cock, in his hands. He's cupping it, but he's doing it loosely, kind of like you're like on a bongo drum. Like
You can see his penis.
Yeah, I saw his penis. He's like banging on it like a bongo drum, but like kind of covering it. But it's more like like I don't know. He's just doing like an energy little ball. He's cupping his balls, and it looks like he's banging on a conga drum. Conga drum. Conga drum. And as
I don't think a conga. I think conga is the dance. I don't know
okay, so that was like
bongo
racist.
drum. A bongo.
A bongo drum. He's banging on a bongo drum, which is his dick, but loosely. You can see like between the cracks. You can see head. You can see shaft, and he's literally 3 feet away from a little girl riding on her scooter. And I saw her see, because I'm looking at him, I'm looking at his butt cheeks. So I'm seeing him go further away as the girl on her scooter is coming towards, and I see her look and then wince, like, ugh. And she was like, not even 5.
Her innocence has been stolen.
Not
from her in that
even
moment.
5.
What did her parent, or was she with a nanny or a parent? Or
She was with a parent or a nanny. There was nothing. I walked away. I don't know how it happened. She made that face though. I feel like only a New York kid. Like I felt like she handled it well, because she gave like a ugh. It's just like the reaction was as if she's lived 10 years longer than she actually has, and maybe that's because she
grew up fast here.
grew up in the city. Maybe it wasn't the first time she was exposed accidentally at the park, but I just was like, oh no. And there was like a guy there. He's like, dude, it was weird and bad. And then he pulled his pants up later.
I was going to ask, this is so stupid. I was going to be like, was this guy like a crazy guy? Like, obviously, if you're playing your penis like an instrument in the park, you're crazy.
Yeah.
That was going to be one of the dumbest
I would
questions.
assume I'm assuming he was crazy. It wasn't like I shit my pants and I got to pull my pants down and I have Parkinson's and it's all an accident. Like, no, like that was a crazy guy. Like a Parkinson's guy that shit his pants. Like I could understand him maybe, trying his best to cover it up, but not being able to. No, this guy was crazy.
Tough day in the park, dude. Guys, I've been doing a lot of editing recently, and I know that when I have to sit down at my computer for long periods of time, it helps to have a little treat. That's why I love Lucy Breakers. The mango, one of my favorites. I love the grape flavor as well. They have a bunch of really good ones. They make them in 4 and 8 milligram strengths. I personally like the 4. Just throw it in the lip, and for me, it just really makes the time much more pleasant spent at the computer. Really great. And so there's also this like little ball in it that you can burst for a little bit more flavor if you want to, but you don't have to, and it'll kind of like naturally melt, so you can kind of choose your adventure there, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, if you're looking for something like that, I think Lucy is the way to go, especially in the pouch game, 100% pure nicotine. And it's my favorite brand for sure. So let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/oops and use promo code oops to get 20% off of your first order. Lucy has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. Again, that's lucy.co/oops and use code oops to get 20% off. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Well, dude, hold on. We were talking before the episode about the no-fly list for songs at your wedding. Would you like to share with us what those are?
Yeah, the not allowed songs, that's a small list.
When did this start? When did not allowed songs start? Sorry.
For me, or like
the pre-question.
or in general?
In general. I've only been started hearing about this recently. Maybe it was always a thing, but it seems as if this has become a more pervasive thing. People picking songs that they don't want,
Yeah.
as opposed to just being like, oh, we'll get a band, we'll get a DJ.
They didn't ask us what our no-fly list was. There was just a couple songs that I was like, I don't want to hear them. And those songs are Mr. Brightside. And
Coming out of my that one.
yeah. And I love The Killers. When You Were Young is my favorite Guitar Hero rock band song. Mr. Brightside and Sweet Caroline.
Oh, but I thought also the Humera song.
Oh, what was that?
Celebrate.
Yeah, that one didn't make the list, but if they played, that's not on the no-fly list. That just didn't make the curated playlist that we made. So they asked us to highlight the songs from their list that they liked, that we liked, and so I went in and I did all of that. They probably had hundreds of songs, and I narrowed it down to like 200, and then they'll probably play half of that or something. Nice. They're gonna learn 4 songs, which is really sick. Like they were like, any songs you want, we'll learn them.
Oh, cool.
So they're gonna learn $1 Million Baby.
What is that again? The guy who you just Tommy. What's his name?
Tommy Richmond.
Tommy Richmond.
They're gonna learn that one.
Oh, they're gonna test their pipes.
They're gonna learn that one, and I think they're gonna do American Boy.
Oh, take me on a trip I'd like to go someday.
By Elise.
It's a great
featuring
song.
Kanye.
Wait, Elise?
I think it's
No.
Oh no. I think it's
somebody
Elise.
else. It's somebody else.
And it's Esley.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Estelle.
Estelle.
Elise.
Estelle. I know Ekafu. Are you going to allow the Kanye verse to be played?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing new. That's the old Kanye, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna let that play.
Are you gonna? So is it racist to say to a band, "No white rappers"?
I'm not comfortable saying that. No white rappers, please.
Because, dude, I know, and maybe you guys will like eye roll because I made a sketch about this, but there's nothing more annoying than when the white rapper emerges from the back of the wedding band. It's just like, return it a Mac. what it is, and looking for a better way to get about it. Like rapping all fast. It's like really obnoxious.
White guy singing Shaggy. How to play. When she come in on the counter, wasn't me.
Oh, you come on, no, say yourself how you feel. Is that even allowed? I don't think I've ever seen.
They're gonna sing that though, so maybe they have the white guy in the back just for that song.
I've never seen a white cover reggae artist. Although there was the guy who went and there's like white people with that accent.
The guy that looks like Beans from
when me
Even
fuck
Stevens.
pussy turn red.
Yeah.
That guy milked that song for all it was worth. Good for him.
Yeah. And then we're gonna do a little prank. And I don't think a lot of the wedding goers are gonna listen to this particular episode, so I'm okay to share a little secret if you guys can keep a secret. And that secret is that we're going to have the band start playing Mr. Brightside for like 10 seconds. And then I told them to be like, whoa, stop, not tonight. And then American Boy.
Hilarious. Lynch, that was crazy. I love at some point you're gonna be like dancing, and you'll be like, are you guys gonna do it soon? And dude, also the best part about that prank is gonna be the like 25% of the wedding who are disappointed that The Killers is not being played.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna love it.
I'm gonna love it.
Especially because somehow your random friend from when you were 8 years old is gonna manage to get an invite to the wedding.
Dude.
One of your boys from high school is gonna bring him as their +1. Kate canceled, so I'm bringing Billy.
I can't say that I haven't thought about that yesterday.
Dude, you needed drunken Gallerati there. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you a story one time from back in the day.
Yeah.
I remember one time this girl was dating this guy, and he was being really bad, like shitty to her. And he shows up to this party, and she's like super upset that he's at the party. And at this party, there was like a security person like manning the party. And I told him, I'm like, don't let that guy in the party. He is like, and then all my friends are like, dude, like just relax. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Like, don't be weird about it. You know, classic like discomfort gaslighting. I'm like, no, bro, this guy is like shitty to our friend, and this should not, like, we should not allow this, like, et cetera, et cetera. I kind of carry on, and then eventually like everybody outnumbers me, so I just let it go. And then later in the night, I'm like cleaning up, and the girl's there. She's like, it was really hot out. You stood up for me earlier, and then we made out. So it was sick. Now, the moral of the story is you and I would not have necessarily made out. We might have. But all I'm saying is that I would not have tolerated his presence.
Thank you.
But the one scenario where I might is what may have happened where you're like, oh, it's all good. And then everybody's like, oh, it's weird that he's here. Ryan seems fine. Moving on. Right?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
What with the?
I'm saying
bad and
you
the
could have
bad?
tricked me into not doing it because if you seemed fine with it, I don't know this guy. I'm not part of the high school crew.
Oh unless I gave you signs or like non-verbal or verbal signs that I was upset about it, there's no reason to step in.
Right, exactly. And, I also don't want to be like, I don't know. Yeah, there's no need to put my foot down when I don't know anybody. But like, if I sense that there was something off, I'd be like, you need to leave.
Yeah. I think I'm going to crash his wedding with a random acquaintance that we went to elementary school with.
You should do that. And you should actually go to the circumcision of his child and sit there and then be like, what are you doing after this? And he's going to be like, I might just go to the aquarium. And you're going to be like, what?
What? You're going to the aquarium?
Why would you go to the aquarium?
And then not offer an alternative thing to do.
Correct.
That's it. Enough Billy. Enough Billy.
Dude, so my Pavich back in the day had this like really, all these funny sketches he used to make. And one of them was just so brilliant. Pavich and James. This particular sketch was about a guy who's going the same way as you. So you're like, oh, I'm actually going to get off here. And I'm like, oh, it's so funny. Like I was actually going the same way. And then he comes with you. And then you're like, all right, man, like I'm going this way. And he's like, oh, it's so funny. I actually am going the same way. And it just progresses to the point where like this guy is now with him for the rest of his life. And in order to get away from him, he has to kill himself.
Oh.
And then once he kills himself, the guy does not follow him. He goes, I think I'm just going to go my own way.
Oh.
Dude, it's like one of the funniest fucking, it's just like insane, like absurd sketch.
Have you like lied to someone in order to get out of continuing to go the same way?
Yes.
Being like, oh, actually, I gotta pretend to go this way for a little bit, and then I'm gonna wait on my phone for 5 minutes until you're definitely not in the vicinity.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good move.
It's a good move. And actually, it's funny. I've done the I'm actually going the same way as you thing when somebody didn't want me to go because they had lied to me about what they were doing because they were embarrassed about what they were doing.
What was the lie?
The lie was, they're like, I have to go this way and they were kind of vague about it. And I was like, oh, I'm going that way too. No judgment. I don't care. And then the person was actually on their way to like a job that they like didn't want me to know they had. It wasn't like a taboo job. It was just like a job that maybe they felt was not, that they were embarrassed of.
Yeah.
But like not because of, it was like sex work or something. It was just like, they thought it was a shitty job. When I saw the direction of where he was going into, I actually looked to the left so that he could have his privacy going to do his embarrassing thing.
So was there another goodbye?
I was like, oh yeah, cool. Yeah, catch you later.
As he's putting his name tag on and his apron. Bye.
As he's pulling his penis out of his pants and walking by a 3-year-old girl on a scooter.
That's his job. I play the penis bongas. Oh.
Dude, I have a new hobby.
What's your new hobby?
My new hobby is collecting currency of the places that I've been to.
How is your collection going?
So I've made a point to never do that. I was like, I'm not doing that. And then slowly, like in Afghanistan, I got the currency. I thought that was cool. I was just in Bhutan and I had this crisp bill with the king on it. And I was like, that's pretty cool. And then I was like, you know what? I would like to have currency from every place I've been. So I ordered them all online. And Hillary was just like super alarmed at how OCD that sounded. Made like 40 purchases for like $1.87 consecutively on eBay.
eBay?
Yeah. But so many of these places, okay, I've been to 50 countries. And I also seek out the currency of territories if it's different. Sometimes it is, usually it's not, whatever. But for example, if I've been to a colony of a place where I haven't actually been to the country, and the colony uses the same currency as the country, and I don't have that currency yet, in that scenario, I know this is very OCD. So anyway, I bought it all, but there is some overlap. You know what I mean? I'd say 10 of the 50 places I've been to use the euro. Mm-hmm. 3 of them, the dollar is the official currency. Like there's foreign, did you guys know this? Is this common knowledge? There are foreign countries whose official currency is the US dollar. That is so
There's 2 others?
Powerful. No, there's probably more than that. You can look it up. Of the places I've been, Ecuador and El Salvador, their official currency is both the US dollar. And I think, people will be like, oh, Bitcoin too in Ecuador. Okay, fine. But like the official currency is the dollar. But I'd be curious. I'd bet you that there's over 20.
We're asking ChatGPT today. ChatGPT is the official fact checker and data collector of the podcast, by the way. Ecuador, El Salvador, Panama.
That's it?
Independent countries, then territories and associated states.
Well, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so not that many.
Yeah.
So good to know. I've been to Panama too. So I guess I've been to all the countries that officially use the US dollar. So anyway, officially is one thing, but unofficially, tons of places take it as well, where they'll have a local currency, but they actually prefer dollars and then you exchange them, blah, 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 blah. It's different everywhere. But anyway, so yeah, I've been collecting all these, and it's been so fun because every day I'm getting 1 or 2 different ones in the mail.
And they come in little packages?
So they come in a little package.
What's the biggest package a coin has come in?
No, it's not a coin. I get bills.
Bills.
So the bills, they'll come in like usually, it's actually amazing the way that they do it so that they don't get fucked up in the mail. Like it'll be in a sort of like big cardboard flat, like letter envelope thing. And within there, it'll be inside like a plastic hard case.
Like a baseball card.
Not quite, but yes. Like the baseball card one for the card that you like don't care about quite as much as like the Michael Jordan refractor, which is in the bolted one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So anyway, whatever. I just got a Bosnian convertible mark yesterday, which was very exciting for me.
Is that
is their currency?
a dollar? Or that's a currency?
The convertible mark is their currency, yes. And it's also like hard to remember which European Union countries use it or not because they don't all. Mm-hmm. So whatever. This is lame and nerdy shit, but I've been enjoying it.
Where are you going to display it?
Probably nowhere. But someday I do have this fantasy that I'm going to have like all my cool travel collectibles on display at a museum.
That would be cool.
I think it would make sense.
That'd be a cool thing to display in the house. Get that framed.
Yeah, it could be. I don't love like trophies, which maybe that doesn't quite count as one, but like I purposely, and it was actually a little painful to do, but it was a good exercise. I gave my parents my Anthem awards.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't need this on display to remind me that I'm valuable. This is bullshit. I was valuable when I created the work, not by this stupid thing. I deserve to win. Is that what you said when you gave it to them, or did you position it in like I want you guys to have this? So they were like, my dad like immediately just wanted them both. My mom was like, are you sure you don't want to keep one? They're like, no, we want them. I was like, yeah, take them. It's not like I gave them to charity, like still in the family. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So anyway, I stand by that. And if I were to ever become a person who won a bunch of awards, I would never have a trophy room ever. I would never have it in my office. I would never put it on display ever. I stand by that. And that is so deep cut behavior. But like when you do this job, you get abused emotionally. And like it's all because you want to be accepted and revered and respected. And like it shouldn't be that way. Like you should respect yourself for the output that you're doing. And whatever some person who doesn't notice you thinks shouldn't matter. And because they notice you because you win some fucking bullshit award, that shouldn't matter. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's hard to imagine an award ceremony that isn't bullshit to some degree. Now, I think like the Academy Awards potentially is like a solid one because at least for like American movies, like it's hard. There's a hard barrier for entry to like make a movie. You know what I mean? So like it's different than music. Like the Grammys are like a complete bullshit award show to me. There's so much good music and like who ends up winning is just absolutely crazy most of the time. Mm-hmm. A lot of the time. It's like American Idol. In this, continue. I'm curious. Because whoever wins American Idol, most of the time they're not the one that's the most successful. Oh, interesting. Think about Adam Lambert. Think about some of the greats like Bo Bice. Right. So Chris Daughtry like, didn't win. Right. The winner doesn't necessarily reflect. Yeah. Yeah, like some of the people who win the categories, it's like bullshit. I don't know, whatever. Like no one remembers the guy that beat Adam Lambert in 2008. I don't. David Archuleta. Is that his name? Eric Hicks. You don't hear any of these guys anymore. Bro, at Pavone's wedding, fucking Justin Guarini was at Pavone's wedding. Justin Guarini? Remember him? He was like an early, I think he like beat Kelly Clarkson or lost to Kelly Clarkson or something. I think you've mentioned this in the past. Yeah, this was sick. Pavone is actually coming on the show next week, so. Oh, sweet, dude. He's gonna be like, buddy. Yeah, there he was. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember this guy. Yeah. I remember this guy.
Are you a big eBay guy?
Nah, no. But for shit like this, like it's where you would get it.
Yeah. Did you use it a lot in the past, or?
I've used it when I've had to over time. But like
Yeah.
if there's another place I can buy something, I will. But if eBay is just by far either the only option or by far the cheapest option, then I will. But there's too many variables. I know that like Amazon is like, people are like, oh, it's bad for small businesses. Okay, fine. But like my shit comes the next day. It's hard to compete with that.
Yeah.
My shit comes the next day, and if it sucks, I can bring it back without putting it in a box. Like, how can you compete with that?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I used to think that eBay was like the black market growing up. It just like as a kid, I always thought it was a super sketchy website. I've grown to realize that that's not the case. I've been getting like vintage stuff off of eBay. You can get some really good finds for pretty cheap there.
Like what kind of shit?
Like, so I'm getting my groomsmen all like a vintage crew neck or something from their favorite sports team.
That's sick.
And you can get them for like, $50 to $100, like really nice, legit stuff. And I've been buying shirts and polos and things on there, and get some really cool shit that like you'd spend fractions on via eBay than you would if you went to the store.
Interesting.
And I've been doing this new thing.
And eBay specific, like Amazon is more expensive type of thing?
Well, just eBay has like people selling their grandpa's old golf polos.
No, totally. But like you don't want to give them like a used one, right? But if it's vintage, it just automatically is used.
The ones that you consider buying are the ones that have a ton of photos, that have a tape measure, and the ones that
High
will
approval
point out
rating.
high approval ratings, have sold hundreds of things. So like that's pretty, you can trust at that point.
Got it.
And I've been doing this new thing I like to call bully bidding, which is there's this golf polo that I wanted. It was $35, and you can put in an offer. And I put in an offer for like $10, and they responded like, no, we can't accept that. And so then I respond $11, and it's like nowhere near. I'm bullying them. I'm like, and they're getting alerts on their phone like, nope, he's coming back with another offer. And then
Do they reply or they just reject it?
it's eBay is the middleman. There's no messages. There can be messages, but. And I send back 11. He's like, no. And he brings it down to like 32. And then I'm like, 11.50. Like, I'm just like bullying this
you get
guy.
it?
I got it for $18.
Oh
it
my
was
God.
$35. I got it for $18. I think he did it just because he wanted to stop getting the notifications about it.
Well, it's an interesting psychological tactic because, and even if, so maybe that's why, but like, if this is the thing, if in theory, if he just leaves it there, then you'll go away eventually. So he doesn't need to hit it. I think that by going so low, this guy thought that this was like, apparently this item wasn't flying off the shelf, and he thought that like 18 is much more than 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Was it worth 35?
I think it's worth $100. I'll show it to you. It's awesome,
That's great,
dude.
bro. I love it. I'm so happy for you.
So bully bidding, just intimidate them. I think you can send messages too. So I might start doing that, being like, do it, do it, do it.
You send them a picture of their face. Do it.
Do it. a picture of their kid. Do it. It's like a really cool old, and he's got other ones up now for cheaper. He's got another one up
That's
for cheaper
a very
now.
Lynch shirt. For
Like,
cheaper?
Yeah.
It's a good shirt.
So he completely reevaluated how he sets his prices just by bullying him.
It's a good shirt.
It's a good shirt. For $18? You kidding me?
Dude, this reminds me of a prank. I don't know how or why this reminds me of a prank that I used to do, but I used to do this prank in college when like Facebook was like a smaller thing still. Like this is kind of before a random person would friend you. Like I think you needed to like be enrolled in a university to even sign up for Facebook at this time.
Okay, so we're talking like 2006 through 10.
Yeah, OG. So I'm in college. So what I would do is I'd go into my friend's Facebook. If I somehow was able to get access, which, can I use your computer? And, you're just in their Facebook. This is before it was on the phone. You know what I mean? This is like way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I would find a random person, maybe at the school, maybe not, whatever. But I'd find a random person. I would then take that person's picture, make it my friend's picture, and then I would friend that person from my friend's account. This is a great fucking prank, dude. It's the greatest.
Dude, that's original too.
That's a good one, right?
You don't have like a Reddit or anything to pull inspiration from. That's a
good
fun,
one.
innocent prank.
That's a good one.
A fraud.
That's a good one.
Did you get any fun responses, or you just kind of did it and then walked
Yes,
away?
I did.
And then let
Hey,
him
man,
build?
that's me.
Do you have MySpace?
No.
I didn't either. I was curious what that was like because you could put music on your profile, I think.
MySpace was like a little, I don't want to say before my time, but I forget when it really started popping off, but I missed it. I didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
I was at the age where I needed to ask my parents permission to make social media accounts. When
Wow,
my
that's crazy.
My Facebook, I had
That's
like
so
I had a
crazy.
sit down chat, and it was like it totally was like a parent conversation in bed the night before. Like, are we gonna do it? Gonna let them do it? Yeah, I think it's time. Like, that's gonna be a chat. That's gonna be a chat that we're gonna have with maybe Hill Dog and Victoria about our future kids. You know, you prospectively, not the four of us.
No. Yeah, it's funny the way that you've done all of this. You're like, it was like a chat in bed with my parents. Like you were in the bed, which, yeah, I was like, oh, okay. But it seemed like you, Victoria, Hillary, and I all in bed discussing.
Grandpa Joe style.
Your Grandpa Joe style discussing. What should we do? But yeah, dude.
I wonder how long I can get my kid to not be glued to the phone. I feel like a solid. How many years before they get a phone?
Well, you got to have the iPad as like a last resort in case they're like, you think they're going to be bad.
It's the emergency button.
At the end of the day, I can allow my kid's brain to develop poorly as long as he's not disturbing everybody else in public.
Yeah.
Go look at some fucking stupid thing.
Yeah.
You idiot.
It is.
How are you falling for this? Yeah. Look at some like bubbly bird. Go, oh, one. There you go.
Two.
You little brained fuck.
It is good. It is good. It does make for good TV though. If like mental health wise, get your alphabet, get your letters, your colors.
There you go, right?
My niece is she's gonna turn 3 in September, and she is like, it's making me a little nervous. Like she's starting to talk. She's not speaking clearly or in cohesive sentences, but she has stuff to say.
How old is she?
She's 2.5. She has stuff to say. She'll like say like a word, filler, word, filler,
Did
filler.
she say Ryan?
Right.
Right.
Oh,
You like that?
it's the best, Uncle Rai. I FaceTime her, and then I use the like there's different emoji tools that you can use, and I put animals on my face, the emoticons, and I do, and she's like, oh,
Right, chicken
moo,
boy.
moo. Oh, it's the best. It's the best. I love that little critter.
Moo indeed, Lynch.
Moo.
Moo indeed. Guys, thank you for listening to the show. Come check me out at the DC Comedy Loft May 1st through 3rd, notjulio.com for tickets. I'm also going to be in Boston, con Lynch, June 12th, one show. It's at Laugh Boston, should be great. After that, Nashville, the 20th and 21st of June. July, I'm in Charlotte. September, I'm in Florida, back in St. Pete, basically my second home. Going to be adding some other stuff soon as well. Looking forward to all of it. When my Patreon comes out, check it out. See if there's anything in there for you. I'm curious to hear about your guys' responses as to what you would be interested in getting out of it, because I don't want it to just be a lame duck Patreon. I'd like for there to be some utility. oopspodcast@gmail.com. Lynch, what do you got going on?
Yeah, please send us some stories. Want to hear what you guys are up to.
Please.
Want to know what's coming up this spring that you're excited about. And if you have any questions or want to share any silly stories, please send them our way. Nothing better than getting the notification on the phone that we got something to unpack. Check me out at Ryan is Really Polite. Steam Room Etiquette this Saturday. There's still a few tickets available. It's sold out, just reopened. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So check out my socials at Ryan is Really Polite for updates on that. And we will see you on Thursday.